Over the last week, we've had a great opportunity to interact with an awful lot of students. And when Dr. Brunin said that is our focus, that is our focus. Our job is to dial in to the people that we are in service to, and making certain that we provide experiences to students that produce the equipment for living so that they are able to graduate, become you, and have rich lives and careers is a critical focus for us. So the strategic plan is driving that. Becoming UWG has three central strategic priorities. I want to make sure that we highlight those today because they are driving so much of what we are doing. Relevance, competitiveness, and placemaking. When we talk about our relevance, when we talk about the strategic priority of relevance, we are really dialed in to making certain that we live up to 21st century demands. Because bear in mind, the University of West Georgia, while we just a few years ago were primarily an undergraduate institution with just a few percentage points of our total enrollment being graduate students, we're currently about 25% graduate students. 3,200 plus graduate students out of the 13,419 students that we are in service to. That is a different university than we were 10 years ago. That puts us in a great position because master's degrees will be in the 21st century what baccalaureate degrees were in the 20th. But it changes how we serve our communities and who we serve. Our strategic plan tries to take all of the great things that the University of West Georgia has become over 115 years and then leverage them to go and meet the challenges of the next 115. Relevance means that we have to create value for others, and others are different than what we've been. Every alum that we have served at the University of West Georgia, we cannot serve our current students and our future students in the same way that we served all of you. We have to change, which is why I've directed 4 out of our 5 vice presidents to conduct comprehensive program analysis. Anything that takes time, money, space, or people, we want to make sure it is creating maximum value for those we're in service to. And if it's not the right thing, if it's not producing the right outcomes, then we will change. And we won't wait 5 years to change. We're going to change now to make certain that we don't become like some of our competitors. And in a competitive 21st century, our second strategic priority of competitiveness is critical. And we have started delivering on that. We got to bring on new leadership recently with our new athletic director, Jason Carmichael. It's his 3rd stint as athletic director. He serves on national committees for the NCAA. And on his very first day when he shows up for work, now, bear in mind, we have competed over the last 10 years for 130 Gulf South championships, 130. We won 5 out of those 130. He was here 8 hours, and we won the Gulf South championship in women's golf. 8 hours. And he texted me that night and went, "Not bad for a first day." I said, "No, it's not, but I expect better tomorrow." By the end of the week, we had won 2 more individual championships. Nadia Davila and Brandy Bodie in high jump and shot put respectively. And then the next week, he doesn't even know his way around. We win our 26th and 27th national champion in cheerleading under Nicole Nichols and Brian Nichols' leadership. That, ladies and gentlemen, makes us the best cheerleading program in the United States of America. Couldn't be more proud of that program and the 60 student athletes who represented the University of West Georgia. They represent the type of competitiveness that we need to see in every activity that we engage in service to students. And finally, placemaking. So many of you came to this university and you became part of it, whether it was in a digital space or a physical space. Place matters a lot in the United States. We want to make sure that those spaces are curated in a way that never stop making them special. And that's why we launched a new initiative called West Gorgeous. Because we have to elevate the University of West Georgia, which means we can't accept a midpoint. We can't accept mediocre. And if you're going to go around the University of West Georgia, we want to make sure that the physical spaces and the digital spaces are not just good, but exceptional. Those three priorities are driving us into the 21st century. They're driving us into the 21st century because the work that we do at this university is too important for us not to be driving forward. What role do all of you play? I will tell you, probably a more critical one than ever before. The thing that we need to be able to provide to students is professional networks, support systems, introductions to opportunities that will service them after college, after graduate school. And our alumni base is probably the most important resource that we can leverage. And I really do hope that over the coming year, there are three areas that our Alumni Association and every alum of the University of West Georgia contributes to in one way or another, and with great intentionality. I hope that we focus in on creating community. I hope those three areas are places that you all take on as alumni. I will tell you that I'm incredibly optimistic, along with Dr. Bruin and other leaders, about where we go next, what we will accomplish in the coming years, despite the challenges. And despite the challenges of the last year, that optimism is not diminished at all.
So each year, a portion of our board of directors concludes their service while other members begin theirs. Abby Colley, Amy Goolsby, Jason Thogmartin, Rob Sparks, Robert York, Tracy Thompson, Troy Vollenweider, and Wanda Johnson. So again, thanks to all of you for your service. Okay, so now I'm going to present the members who will join the board of directors for the 2021-2024 term. Tracy Fields, Courtney Cook, Shelby Scott Gwynn, Ashton Blackwood, Sam Gentry, Ashley Kovic, Troy Crittenden, Dante Gilbert, Justin Munswitz, and our current members who applied to serve an additional term are Samika Samuels and Donnie Walker. The offices of chair and vice chair are 2-year terms for our board, and the offices of secretary and treasurer are 1-year terms. The executive committee will include the following officers: Chair, Brad Mock, Vice Chair, Christopher Sanders, Treasurer, Philip Cochran, and Secretary, Brian Nichols. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, I present this slate of new board members and this slate of officers for your consideration. The motion is carried. All right, so congratulations to our new board members and our officers. Please stand and be recognized. And now I'm officially going to pass the gavel.
Melanie, you are tough. You're not rigid. You are fearless. You are not reckless. You lead from the front. You lead by example. And we're very thankful for your time.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Melanie. We're excited to have our new executive committee to start on July 1, and we're excited about what that means for the university. For those tuning in online, like we said, we hope that you leave this time with a way that you can plug in, a way that you can grow your Forever West story. And that could be helping with one of the committees or standing action groups that Brad talked about. It could be coming back to campus for the first time in many years. It could be having an organic meetup with folks that you've wanted to reach out to. You've seen them on Facebook, Instagram, but you haven't quite reached out yet. It could be reading your Forever West newsletter instead of deleting it out of your inbox. There's lots of different ways that you can get plugged in, and we are here to be a resource for you. I do want to recognize our past presidents of the Alumni Board of Directors. We are so grateful for what you've provided, the legacy that you have provided. We do have WH here in person with us today, and we are so grateful. We also would like to extend sympathy to the family of Warren Jones, who passed away. He was class of 1939. And we are just so grateful again for the legacy that these folks have given to our association, to our board, and to our Forever West community. So with that being said, I will adjourn our meeting.